So last week we started building our chatbot, our intelligent chatbots, and we look at the different things about in the Power Virtual Agent interface. Look at the home tab, talk about the different topics. We talk about entities, we talk about analytics, how to publish and how to manage your bot. And also same last week, we started building our chat bot. So I'm going to share my screen now so that we continue from where we stopped last week. All right, so let me know if you can see my screen. So just let me know when you can see the screen.
I can see your screen.
All right, thank you, Baba Tokwe. Others, please confirm.
Yes, we can.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so all right, thank you, everybody. Okay, so last week we started building our bot and we call the bot the HR bot. Okay, so let me just go to my bot. Come here, we call it the HR bot. Okay. Okay, this is still the same bot I have here. Oh, all right. I was looking at this. Okay, so it's called the HR bot, and we say our bot is going to be basically looking at answering questions different based on leave. As you can ask, it's going to be answering leave questions, HMO questions, talk about learning and development, and so on like that. And we started by answering questions on leave last week. Now let's go to our topics. Let's go to the topic tab to see the different topics that we built. So on the topics, we modified the greeting topic, and we also create another topic which is called the leave topic. Okay, so let's go to the leave. So let's go and see what we have on the leave.
You are on the fastest route despite unusually heavy traffic. You should reach your destination by 9:37 p.m.
Okay. All right. So this is our topic, our leave topic, and we said when you're building the topic before a topic can be called and build, before a topic can be called. Hello, please confirm that you can hear me. Hello.
Hello, we can hear
Hi,
you, but
everyone.
it's breaking.
All right.
It's fluctuating at my end.
It's breaking, yes.
It's breaking. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So we build. Can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. All right.
Yes, I can.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. So I was talking about topic, and I said we can be as many topics as you want with your Power Virtual Agent. But for each topic, for your topic, so for your topic to be called upon, there has to be some triggering phrases that will call each of the topics that you pick. So you need to have a triggering phrase that will make sure that you need to have a triggering phrases. And those triggering phrases are what will now call your topics from where they are currently residing before you can now answer question on anything so far. And we created some triggering phrases for our leave. So we created different triggering phrases, and we also was asking questions. So if you have different questions on annual sick leave, we itemize the different types of leave that we have in our organization. Then, and we started building from the annual leave. Yes. So when you pick annual leave, what will happen? What response are you expecting to get? So we say when you pick annual leave, you should have what? You are entitled to 21 days of annual leave. And I said something last week that it is not productive for you to be repeating, since you have annual leave, what you want to pick, and repeating annual leave all the time is somewhat really not efficient enough. So we say there's something that we can use to always call whenever we need to call on our annual leave. We don't need to type it again. Rather, we can always say what? We can call that thing. And that thing is what we call parameter. It's what we call parameter in Power Virtual Agent. So it's what called, sorry, we call it variable, not parameter, sorry. We call it variable in Power Virtual Agent. Now, if you look up here, when I was creating when we are creating the different types of leaves here, the different options that we have here, all these different options, as the different conditions start coming up, you will see we have something like very var in text. Hello, please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we
All
can
right,
hear you.
thank you very much. All right, so from my screen here, you can see under this condition box, this condition for box for annual leave, we have something like var, then open and close bracket text. So this stands for variable. So when you come to the condition on the three ellipses that we have here, okay. So when you click on this var itself, so to the right hand side of the screen, you will see what a dialog box will pop up for you, and you can see the variable properties. So currently, the property, this variable is the name of this variable is currently var. This variable now we can rename it and call it what? We can call it we can give it any name. So what we now do is that when you give it any name, instead of it, once you give it a name, so whenever you want to refer to annual leave in any of your text, you don't need to type it again. It is this name that you will now call upon. So now for this, I'm going to call this one okay, annual. Variable. So the name of my variable is, and as you can see, as I change the name here on the condition box here, it is also changing. Now, when we now talk about variable in Power Virtual Agent, when we talk about variable in Power Virtual Agent, we have two types of variable. There are two types of variable. Now, the first one is topic variable. The topic variable. And the second one is something like we call the global variable. Now, the topic variable is a variable that can only be used, that can only be called upon in that particular topic that you create. So on this leave variable now, so a local variable, or we call it the topic variable, is a variable that can only be called within this topic. It will only work. You can only call on it on this particular variable. But if you want a global variable, that's a variable that you can call all throughout your bot itself. So that is when you are building another topic, you can still refer to that same variable that you built in one of the previous variables. That one we call it what? We call it the global variable, or the bot variable. That is, it will only be available across the bot. Now, when you come down here, you can see currently this variable is currently is a topic variable. That is, it will only be available within this topic alone. As a topic, so it's limited to scope. It is limited to this topic scope alone. Then the second one is the board variable. That is, any topic can access it. So that depends on what kind of variable you are building. So if you know that particular condition, or it might even be the condition you are setting as a variable. If it is something that you always refer to in your bot, if it's something you always refer to in your bot, so it is good to set it as a what? As a bot variable. So make it bot wide. That is, once you click on the bot wide, it will be available all through the box. Whether in any topic that you are building, you can always call on it. When you make it a topic wide, it's going to be available only within the topic. Now, let me make this a topic variable first. Then we access the bot variable later. Now, I've ticked this box. Then I'll close this now. I'll just close this pane. My variable has been set. Going back. Okay. So my variable has been set. So right now, anywhere I have annual leave, okay, anywhere I have annual leave, I can now go back and change it to the variable I called. Now this is my message box. So when I click inside this message box, you will notice that what at the top we have different options that you can call on at the top. The first one is the bold. Whenever you want to bold anything, just like in your Microsoft Word, italics to change your text to italics. If you want a bullet or you want to number you have some item that you need to number, so you can number it there. Then you can also insert a link. If you have a link, you can also insert a link like an hyperlink in your. So you want it that question should have a link that will direct whoever is asking to a particular link, a particular site or anywhere. So you can hyperlink here. You can create an hyperlink. Or the last one is the variable. The variable. So for this variable, if I click on the drop down beside the variable, you see what my variable. You can see now the new variable I just created, which is the annual leave variable. So I will go into the box. Whenever I type annual leave, I'm going to delete it. I now want to say you are entitled to 21 days of annual leave. So instead of calling the annual leave, I would have to call the variable. So come to the variable here and click on the variable here. Okay, the annual leave variable. So I think I have it here as well. Let me do that. So please let's do that from our end as well. I'll just refer to the variable. Yes. Then save my, but always remember to save. Now let's do that within a minute. Let's change that as well from our end. If you're done, you can use the hand tool. Please confirm that you can hear me. Hello, please confirm that you can hear me.
I can hear you, Sadiq.
I can hear
Thank you. All right. So we can change this as well from our bot. Let's go ahead to change this. To create,
Yeah, but
and if you are
I
encountering any
Sadiq.
challenge, all right, please go ahead.
Yeah, probably I miss out on something. I can only see variable on mine. I can't see variable annual. That is this var annual that you have on your own.
Have you renamed your variable?
No, maybe I miss out on that.
Okay. Now, from your end, look at come to my screen. Can you look at my screen?
Yeah, I can see your
From your
screen.
end, under the yes. So after stating the different leaves that we have here, so you notice that what as you are creating the different options, you are having different conditions down here, right? You're having different
Yes.
conditions for each of the options that you create up there, right? Which simply means what should happen when I click condition 1, when I click condition 2, what should happen, and so on, like that. That's why it's creating the condition. And you see, and under the condition box there, you have something like var, then open and close brackets. There's a text inside it. Do you have that as well?
Yes, I do.
Look at my screen here. So that's what you see now,
Yeah, I
right? So
do.
I want you to click on that. So click on that, click on it. Then to the
Okay.
right hand side of your screen, a dialog pane will pop up for you. To the right hand side
Yeah.
of the screen. Do you have that? So
Yes, I
yes,
do.
under the name. That's what you So under the name, that's where you are going to rename your variable. Rename your variable here. So close the name and close. As you are changing the name here, it's also reflecting on the condition. Okay. We have a minute. Just so I combine the var, that's variable underscore annual.
Hi, Sadiq.
I
Yeah, why is it that we cannot use space to separate it?
yes, it doesn't take any space. It doesn't take space, so it has to be together. That's the condition.
Okay.
So that's why I put
Um,
underscore there. So you can join
okay.
it.
Okay. Sorry to take you
So-
back.
All right.
Sadiq,
Okay, I think I can hear you. Please go ahead.
yeah, you were saying something. Sorry to take you back, actually. You were saying something on usage, where we have the
Hello,
topic,
can you hear
receive
me?
values. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me too? Hi, Sadiq, can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yeah, I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you now.
Yes,
Can you hear
we
me as
can
well?
hear
All
you.
right. Yes, I can hear you about the question.
Okay.
Please go ahead
Um,
if you have a question.
yeah. I was like, sorry to take you back. You were saying something about the usage, where we have topic, limited scope, receive value from other topic, return. I think I missed out on that as well.
Okay, yes. So let me come back here for those who missed that as well. So when you click on the variable box here, on the right hand side of the screen, it's going to bring out a dialog box for you. That which is a variable properties pane. That is where you can rename your variable. In fact, for me, I didn't think I should name it that long. I should just call it variable leaf. Since this variable is talking about leaf. Then let's now, and I said for variable, we have two types of variable. Now, the first type of variable is what we call the topic variable. And the topic variable is also known as the local variable. Now, it is a topic variable, or it is referred to as a topic variable or a local variable, because the variable can only be accessed within the topic where it was created. So when your variable is referred, when you make your variable a topic variable, or you call it a local variable, it simply means that variable can only call on it within the particular topic where you create it. So that's what we have down here. And the second one is the both variable. And that both variable you can also refer to it as a global variable. So both variable is a variable that can be accessed across your bot. So long it is still within this particular bot, this bot that we are building, within any topic. The first one is you can only access it within this topic that you are creating here now. We created it on the leaf topic here. So if you want to access it, if it is a topic variable, this variable will only be available. It won't be available to use within that particular topic. But if it is a global or the bot variable, it will be available within this topic and any other topic that you are creating later. Whether you are creating later or the one you have created. Do you understand?
Yeah, I do. Thank you very much.
All right. Yes. So I say right now, so let's make this. We have different options here. When you call when you tick the box for topic variable, it is limited to the topic alone. We have options that you should receive values from other topics, return values to original topics, and so on like that. When you make it a board variable, all these ones, just tick this box, then come here. Now, let's confirm that we've renamed our variable and we have changed it within this text now. Let's confirm this. At least I want two people to confirm. They have changed the text where we have annual leave. You have changed it to variable. Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
From you too. Sometimes.
The guy, he can hear you.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Sorry for the background noise. Yes.
Yes, I can hear you,
Okay.
Sadiq, and I've done.
All right, very nice. Yes. Okay. Now, there's one thing that you need to notice that you notice that here when you rename this variable, you will notice that for all other conditions, the variable has changed. They now have the same variable all through. So what this means is that if you are within the condition of annual leave and you call on the variable, if you look at under this variable here on the annual leave, under you have equals to, that is this variable equals to annual leave. So if you are still within this this annual leave, so whenever you call this variable, it is always going to be returning annual leave for you. It's always going to return annual leave. That because on this particular condition, the variable is equals to annual leave. But when you come to the next one, the next variable, which is sick leave, the next condition, which is sick leave. So when you call on the variable, it is always going to return sick leave for you, not annual leave, because you are within its own jurisdiction. So now we have said that what you are entitled to 21 days of the variable. Then please know that this variable is 21 days, 21 calendar days, and not a working day. Now let's test it now. Let's create something under sick leave. So I'm going to click on this node. Don't forget I told us this node. When you click on the plus sign, you see the different things that you can do. If you want to ask a question, you can call an action that will lead to this call an action will lead to Power Automate. You want to show a message, or you want to redirect to another topic, or you want to end the conversation. Now let's click on and show a message. Show a message. So for sick leave, now let's talk. How many days of annual leave do we have? So for this, how many days of sick leave are we entitled to? Let me hear from you.
12 days in some organization.
12, okay, 12 days, right? All right. So, okay. So here now, can say sick leave. Here in that type, you are entitled to 12 days leave. So instead of calling sick leave, here I'll come and insert the variable 12 days of sick leave. Okay, let's do that. 12 days of sick leave. Okay, so yeah, now since I'm done with these two, let's quickly try with these two first. I want to complete these two node first. Now, okay, so under this now we are done with the annual leave. So we come to the node there and say what? Let's go and end this, because there has to be an end to every conversation. There is always an end. So we are going to make use of another parameter that we have under the node. We have used the ask question condition. The condition is what come when you have a question. So let's click on end conversation. End conversation. And when you are ending the conversation, you can only end conversation based on it. By default, you can end conversation on under two different options. It's either you end with a survey that you are satisfied, then you fill a survey. You fill a survey to show how efficient the bot was able to answer your question. Or if you are not satisfied, you can transfer to an agent. You can transfer to a live agent. And I said that last week I said for you to use the feature of transferring to an agent simply means what? You need an additional license for, you need a subscription for what we call omni-channel. So in the case where you don't have the subscription for that omni-channel subscription, so the best thing to do is you can reroute it to, you can use Power Automate to send a mail. Because if you want to use for personal use, so instead of using transfer to an agent that will require you to that require an additional license, you can always use Power Automate. So what we can use just to send a message. It's a message that will pick all the parameters and what this person has done. Then you send me a message to a designated person, and that person will pick up, will respond to that message. That's an easy way out. Now, but for this now, let's quickly use the end survey. You have to end with a survey. Let's end with a survey. End with the survey. End the first and second one with the survey, please. The annual leave and the sick leave. Let's go and end them with the survey and confirm. Then save your work. Always remember to save your work. So confirm. If you are done, kindly confirm. Mine is saving. So if you, okay, just confirm. You can also confirm if you can hear me. Hello.
I'm with you, Sadiq.
All right. So yes, I want feedback. Confirm. You're done. At the end of today's class, I expect every one of us to be able to build a chatbot from beginning to an end. So Power, like we said, Power Platform is just a low code application. Prior to now, if you want to build a chatbot, you have to write a lot of code. But now we just clicking, dragging, drag and drop and so on like that. Your chatbot can easily be built and build it easily without any code. But as you are building this, there's a code running underground. There's a code that's running underground. So I need 3 people to confirm that we are on the same page. Confirm that we are on the same page. Hello. Hi. Please confirm if you can hear me.
I can hear you, Sadiq.
I can hear you.
You have finished building different options.
I think it is breaking now.
Each with. Okay, what about out and clear from my end?
Can anyone else hear him?
Hello, can you hear me? I can hear you
So they
loud
can
and
hear
clear.
you.
Okay, I can hear you.
So
All right,
we
I'm
can't hear you
waiting.
clearly.
I can
Okay,
hear
you
you.
can't hear me.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you clearly then.
Okay, you couldn't hear me clearly, but I was hearing everybody clearly. Okay, so I said I want 3 people to confirm that they are on this same page with me. 3 people. Let's confirm they have finished building these 2 sections. Then we can now go ahead to test our bots.
For me, I have a question. Oh. It's not about that
All
piece
right, please
that
go
you
ahead.
did.
Okay,
Okay,
please go
so
ahead with your
what
question.
I built my bot to the point of having those options, leave, HMO, training, right?
Okay.
So it gave me all those, what do we call it? Those extension.
Okay, those conditions,
Those
yes.
conditions. So, but I don't know what
Yes.
I did. I mistakenly deleted the leave condition. And so currently I don't have the leave condition branch out, but I have it amongst my options at the top. So how do I
Okay.
bring that condition back?
Okay, what you are going to do is go to the option where you have leave there. Delete
Okay.
it.
Oh,
Delete
okay.
it.
And then re-add it as a new option.
This yes. The option will come
Okay.
up with it.
Okay. Thank you. Because I built my bots up to getting the for office, for office of my teams.
That's fine. That's fine. So I'm still waiting for feedback from people. At least 3 people to give me feedback that they are currently in this position. They are currently on the same page.
Hello, Sadiq.
Hello, I can hear you.
So I'm just wondering. So we
Okay.
changed the names. We use variables, variable leave.
Yeah.
Instead of repeating the leave itself,
Yes, the
right?
annual leave.
And
Yes. Yes.
I'm just wondering why did we have to use variable? Because we're still repeating variable leave, or in
Yes. Instead
those
of you typing, you are just clicking. Okay. Okay. So the reason why we are doing that is instead of you typing annual leave all the time or sick leave, medical leave, and so on like that. Once you just click on the drop down for the variable, you tick, you just select it there. Then that's done.
Okay.
Yes. 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 Now we can now go ahead to test our bots. So don't forget, I told you as you're building, you can test as well. As you build, you can test as you build. So at the bottom or the left bottom part of my screen where I have test bots. So if you show me my bots, and also I want to track this bot between topics as I'm moving from one topic to the other. So now let me test my bot. Hi, coming in as hi. So don't forget from our greetings, we say what? I'm Scudo, your virtual agent. Trust you're good. You can answer questions on leave, HMO, payroll and training. Yes. So what would you like to know about? Here we have the leave. Now we have different options: leave, HMO, payroll, and so on. And so we're going to pick one out of the options. Here I'm going to pick the leave, and it's going to redirect me to the leave topic. Don't forget when we built it last week, we instead of us to continue building it from that branch, we have to redirect it to, and then we create another topic which is the leave topic, and we redirected it to that topic. Now I've picked on the leave and saying this, so I have different types of leave. So which one do I want to ask question about? So I want to ask a question on annual leave. On annual leave. Yes, so it's saying what? Can you see? It's saying that what? I am entitled to I'm entitled to 21 days of annual leave. So you remember we did not type annual leave, we only call a variable. Variable is the only thing we called. So but here we call it the what? The annual leave for us. And so on, so on. So now it says, did that answer your question? Don't forget, after asking the question, we say what? End conversation. end the conversation. So the end conversation is a topic on its own, and the topic is asking you, did that answer your question? If the answer provided, if it answers your question, now it's giving the option of yes or no. Is it yes, it answered my question, or no, it did not answer my question? So if I pick yes, now I pick yes, it has answered my question. I'm satisfied with the response I got. So can you see that it has traced it back to another topic entirely? And this topic is called confirmed success. Confirmed success. If you remember, confirmed success is not part of the topic that we build, or it is part of um, the first topic, part of the 12 default topics that come with our board. With any board that you build, there are 12 default topic that comes with it. So confirm success is part of the topics. Now I'm going to rate it now. Great. Please rate your experience. So I'm going to rate my experience. So this is going to contribute to part of the analytics. So it's going to contribute to part of the analysis. So this rating now, when I pick any of the rating, if I give it 5-star rating, yes, nice. So thank you for your feedback, and it's asking if it can ask, can I help with anything else? Yes or no? No, thanks. And that is the end of our conversation. So we are done now. So it has now. So it says if you can ask me anything. I said no thanks. And if you notice it's from this end, it has redirected me to another default topic. Another default topic. And that topic here is called the goodbye topic. Now, so all these hours they are part of the default topic that we have in our boards. And this has answered my question, and here we are. So it simply means what? This conversation has ended. This conversation has ended. Now, any question? Any question? I'm going to give us an activity. I'm going to give us an activity. If you have any question so far, let me hear. And confirm if you can hear me. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, I can. I
Okay.
can hear you.
All right. Yes. So any questions so far? Any question? That simply means everybody can hear me. So should I take your silence for no? No question? So I can go ahead and give you my own the activity, and the activity is just 5-minute activity. 5 minutes. So let's see how well you've understood what we have done. So the activity now is, let's go back to our topic, our leave topic. Let's go back to our leave topic. Now on your own, I want you to build out something for, we have talked about sick leave and annual leave. So we have how many types of leave there? We have 3. So quickly put something for maternity leave, maternity leave, paternity, study leave. Give a response to that. Give a response to that. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, thank you. I think my network from Twitter a bit. Very bad now. So let's did we get the instruction I gave?
Yes, I got your instruction.
Okay, okay. So please build out something for the paternity leave, the maternity leave, and the study leave. Just quickly build out something. So complete that part. So we can go ahead and pick another topic. Then we can publish our bots and see how it works from the back end for our user. Okay, our time is counting. Once it is 9:23, then hear from us. So let me mute my mic so that I will not distract you. And if you have any challenge, you can always call out. Just call me. Let's see what challenge you're facing. Then we can resolve it. So don't forget, we have like 4 minutes to go. All right, we have a minute to go. Less than a minute. Less than a minute to go. All right, everybody, our time is up. Our time is up. All right. Now, okay, let me just ask us, how many of us were able to complete this? How many of us were able to complete? How many of us are able to complete this task? Hello. How
I
many of
study.
us are? Hi, Watape. Are you able to complete this task?
Yeah. So I did
All right.
for study leave and maternity.
Okay, that is fine. And also, don't forget to save your topic. Do not forget to save it. All right. So, well done, well done, well done, everybody. So you can go ahead and test your bot. Now, there's another thing that I need to tell you. Whenever you are testing your bot, at times when you know you have to simulate all possible scenarios. Just put yourself in your user's shoes and so on like that. So whenever you are testing your bot and you notice that you type a question and your bot did not give you the right response, it didn't give you the right response. So always probably there's a phrase you use, but it did not get that for it did not pick the topic that you're actually expecting. So you can always come back to this trigger phrase. You can always come back to the trigger phrases. You can see you have different trigger phrases here. When you click on the ellipsis beside the trigger phrase, you can always edit it and add more. So the more trigger phrases you have, the more enriching the more intelligent your chat bot is. The more intelligent your chat bot is. Now let's now simulate a scenario whereby you ask something. You ask a question that your bot cannot answer, or your bot does not have was not does not have the intelligence to answer the question. Probably it is beyond the scope of your bot. Now our bot is talking about leave. It's talking about HMO. It's talking about training, and it's talking about payroll. Now, what if somebody now come and ask question on loan? Yes, loan, probably car loan, house loan, and so on like that. And you know your bot is not what the scope which is beyond the scope of your bot. Now let's try that. Let's even try that. Now for last week, I told us something that if you want to restart your conversation, what trigger phrase did I say we are going to use? Currently, I've dropped a message. There's a conversation currently going on the test bot pin. Now I want to just clear this whole thing now. I can either click on the refresh button here, or use a phrase. So who can tell? Who can remember what that phrase is? Who can remember what that
This
phrase
system
is?
fallback.
System what?
Fallback.
No, I'm talking about what phrase will I use to start this that will put on this test box now. What phrase will I put there to make this conversation start all over again?
Can you put a greeting?
I like a
Okay,
greeting.
yes,
Hello.
yes, yes. But I also say that there is this phrase that is called start over. So with that, your bot will understand. Okay, we are starting the conversation all over again. So when you say start over. Yes, the bot is not saying that, okay, I will start all over. Now it's starting all over. So that's a phrase that you can use. But now let me just refresh this. Another one is just to clear this open now. Yes, clear this pin and ask a question. Yes, the question I want to ask now is I need a car loan. I need a car loan. I want to apply for a car loan. Now, you will notice that from my end here, when I said I need a car loan, I want to apply for a car loan and so on like that, because that phrase is either beyond the scope of my bot, or my bot could not actually understand. It cannot understand it cannot articulate or understand the phrase I use. So it is confused. Now it is confused. It is not asking me that what I should try to my rephrase my question again, so that you can actually get a triggering one of the a trigger. Look within the the question I type and look for a trigger phrase that can trigger any of the topics I have built. Now, instead of your bot, so this can actually frustrate your user, that is, they have to type and type and type and type all over again before your bot can actually bring up something for them. But something that you can do that will make it less stressful for them is that when you are building your bot, always look for a fallback plan. You always have a plan B. Consider the fact that we are dealing with different users and people have different ways of asking questions. So now think of what you can do. Think of what you can do that will actually, even if they ask a question that your bot cannot answer, it will direct their thoughts to those things, those questions that the bot can answer. So instead of them getting this response every time they type in something that the bot cannot understand, they should what you want is that they should get some of the topics that your bot can answer. Some of the topics that your bot can answer. Now, so that is what we call the system fallback. We call it the system fallback, like a fallback plan. That even if you type something that I cannot understand, I will suggest some topics that I think that might interest you. So that's what we call what you will now be that on system fallback. Now, to get your system fallback, you go to your settings icon or the jar icon at the top right hand corner of your screen. At the top right hand corner of your screen, you see the settings icon or the jar box there. Now click on it. Now when you click on it, you see what we call the system fallback. Now when you click on the system fallback, yes, it says when you read this story, if the bot can determine the user's intent, it will prompt for a topic again. After 2 prompts, the bot will escalate to a live agent. So you can to customize this behavior. So that is, if you continue entering phrases that the bot does not understand, it will eventually escalate it to a live agent. But the brain behind building a bot is to reduce the number of questions that a live agent will have to attend to. We want a larger chunk of these questions to be answered by our bot. So there's no point in you allowing the bot to escalate to an agent. Rather, you can actually build a fallback topic. Now, okay. So for me now, I'll click on notes. I think, okay, last week, I think I had the fallback topic. So for some people, you see what you just need to initiate your own fallback topic. I've done this before. Yes. So here now, I can now go ahead on this pane where I have add. So I can go ahead now to add the fallback topic. The fallback topic. So it is loading for me. Yes, add the fallback topic. Add the fallback topic. Now I can go ahead to now add the topic. Go to fallback topic. So I'm going to click on the fallback topic now. So the fallback topic is also a default topic. It is also a default topic in our bots. It's a default topic. So here I say, so trigger, what will trigger this fallback topic is what? Unrecognized user input. That's it, triggering phrase. So whenever it has any unrecognized user input, it will trigger this phrase. And that's why you're having a question like, one moment, let me get more help with. Then it escalates. You redirect to escalate. Now this time around, I don't want to escalate it. So I cannot come here to this escalate topic now to delete this topic, then put my own fallback topic. Put my own fallback topic. Now click on this ellipsis and click on delete to delete. Yes, to delete the this topic. I can even go ahead to delete this, or I can customize this question to my taste. It says, one moment, let me get you more topic, because I can reward this this sentence to say something like do you mean something like you want to ask person, so like that. So but this time let me just go ahead and bring in some topics. So I'll click on this node. So it's going to suggest, so I'll still be the one to suggest the topics. So now redirect to, okay, okay, here now I can now pick different options like okay, yeah, let me delete this first. Okay, I didn't need to delete. Let me just retype this. Control A to delete everything. Yeah. And I will revert this and say, do you mean now? Do you mean to ask about this now? So I'm going to suggest. So I say, do you mean to ask about this? So pick one. I will say ask a question. Now suggest all the different topics that we have. Okay. So instead of having this, I can go ahead, copy this, just cut this now. Okay, delete. So instead of having a message, I can just go ahead and have a question. Use the question and drop. Do you mean to ask about? So the different topics that we have created. So we have created something like a leave topic. We have created a leave topic. Have we created any other topic? If you have created any topic, you add it there. So the name of the topic, you just put it there. HMO. No, we've not created HMO. So go ahead. HMO, what again? Training. Add another one, which is
Salary.
another one. Yes,
Or
payroll. Yes, payroll. Payroll. Now, just like before, it is now what? It has created different conditions for me. So what I will just do here is that on this node for leave, so on this node for leave, I'll click on it and say redirect to, I will have to redirect this one now to leave topic. Redirect to, where is it? Redirect to another topic, which is our leave topic now. So the same thing, once I create this, the HMO, I've not created the topic for HMO topic. So I will have, once if I've created it, I will just say here now, redirect to HMO and so on like that. So let me just first of all go ahead and save this now. Then you see what I'm talking about. Saving my topic. Okay, my topic is saved now. I can go ahead to ask my question. I want to ask another question. Need another system. Need an answer system. So can you see that now? So instead of the boss now telling me that what he cannot understand my question, I should rephrase it. Now it is now suggesting topics for me. So do you mean to ask about these topics now, different topics? Can you see this now? So if I click on leave now, oh, sorry, I did not rephrase it. I didn't type my question very well, but it has already given me some suggestion. So I'll just pick on leave. Then you see that what it will automatically redirect me to the leave topic. Then I can now go ahead with my question. Pick any option that I want there. Any option that I want there. I've picked this. Yes. Okay, let me even try no. What will happen if I say no? I'll answer this season. Yes. So we can always what? Rephrase the word is. When you pick yes, it goes to survey. But when you pick a no, it's saying what? Okay. So here now, when you notice that the other time when we pick the yes, it goes ahead and what? Go ahead to ask for a survey. Yes, but on the no aspect, it is still saying sorry, I wasn't able to. So which means we have to come to the failure topic towards to you can now come and rearrange this topic. So this is what we have there. Talk to an agent or this. So you can call the Power Automate to send a mail to whoever is in charge and so on like that. Then everything will be set. Everything will be set. So instead of having talk to an agent or rephrase, so we don't want to do this. Come here, delete it, put whatever you want to do there, and go ahead. In fact, let's even build something like this. Okay, let's work on this failure. I'll go to my topics. On the failure topic, okay, confirmed failure. So for the success, when you confirm success, that is when you say yes, that it answers your question. You can see this is what comes up for you. It asks you to rate it. But when you say no, it will go to the topic that is called confirmed failure. Confirmed failure. And on this confirmed failure now, this is what we have there. We have what? Sorry, I wasn't able to help better. I wasn't able to help better. Would you like to talk to a human agent or try rephrasing? Now, this is actually not what I want. So I can come here, delete this question. I have to delete it. Delete all this. What else do I have there? So delete this. Okay. So this, okay, let me just delete this. Now, the way I want it to be is that what? I will just want to say, show a message. Okay, let me ask a question first. The question now is going to be, the question I want to ask now is, would you like to rephrase or would you like to send a message would you like to send a mail to our agent, because we don't have access to omnichannel now, so but we want to make use of Power Automate. Now, would you like to send a mail to our agent or not? So once you pick the option of sending a message to our agent, then we can now route this to Power Automate. So actually we cannot finish that, but let's quickly do something on that. Let's do something on that. So the question is, like, because it says what? I did not answer his question. The user is not satisfied with my response. That's why we are using this failure now. So would you like sending a, okay, we would like to send a message to our agent. Now, would you like to send a message to our agent? Yes, is a yes or no question, and no. These are the options now. Yes or no. So if you would like to send a message to our agent, so what we want is that what you should redirect this into. So now call a Power Automate. Okay, I'll say okay here now. First is show a message. I will say drop, please. Our boss needs to be polite. Please drop your message. Yes. Now under this now we need what? We now use the option of call and action. Call and action. So this call and action now we call on Power Automate. So we want to use Power Automate. So these are the different flows that we have already. So here we want to create, let's quickly create a flow. Call an action. That the action is to send a mail to our agent. So I'll create a flow here. Please confirm if you can hear me. I want to be sure that you can hear me.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So don't forget, I said instead of using the omnichannel, which we don't have access to, you can actually use you can leverage on Power Virtual Agents to convey the message to a live agent. Now we have what? So this is the flow that I want to create now. And please, you need to make sure that what you are creating your flow on the same environment where you create this bot. So my bot, let me check the environment I am. Okay, I'm on private environment. So on my Power Automate, so I should be on Power Automate. Now, the bot is saying what? The Power Automate now from the trigger is Power Virtual Agent. The trigger is going to be Power Virtual. That is, once you click yes in your Power Virtual Agent here, once you pick yes, then it should trigger the Power Automate. And the Power Automate, what? It needs an input. The input is that what you need to send. We want to send a mail to what's it called? To the live agent. So here now you're going to say text. So we have different inputs before you can send a message to a particular, we ask the user to drop a message. So what is the message what's the input that the user will drop? So yeah, I'm going to pick the option of text. So I'll call this user inputs. So the user input will be here. And what is the action? The action is to send a mail, add an action. So I'll click on this node to add an action. And the action is to send. Don't forget, when we talk about Power Automate, we talk about actions, trigger, and action. So the trigger is going to be our virtual agent, which is what we have up here. So what should be the action? The action is send a mail. Send a mail. Now I want you to send a mail. I'm picking this option. Send a mail to who? I want to add code. Let me just add code this to myself. Send a mail to who is going to be on the top feed. That is the email of our agent. So say I'm going to add code this to my own email. Email. Always send a mail to this person, and the subject of the mail. So what subject do we want to give? You can call it unresolved FAQ. Now, what is the body of my mail? What should be the body of my mail? Hi, like I say, dear agents. Dear agents, now. Now, I would like to say, dear agents, what are the following issues could not be resolved. Not be solved by the HR bots. Kindly do a kindly look into it and provide what help. Now, what is that message? So what is that issue that was not that the bot cannot what's the issue that the bot could not resolve? So if you come here on our dynamic content, we have what user input. That's the only dynamic content that we have. Who can tell me where is this user input coming from? Tell us the dynamic content we have here is the user input. Who can tell what will be inside this user input, or where is user input coming from? From our So we learn this from our Power Automate. The user input. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think it comes from you are the one that named it initially, that what the user should input to the um to the when we started creating this triggering. When we started
Okay,
it, you
okay,
you said you named this the field there that user inputs, that the
exact,
question the
yes.
user is going to we want our user to input on
Thank
the
you very much.
box.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you very much. I want to be sure that you're following me. Yes, because on our chat bot here, the bot could not resolve the question. Now we'll say what our user want to send a mail to the agent, to our agent now. So we've said from the bot, we say what we ask the user to drop the message here. So that message is what we now take to our Power Automate, and which is now our user input here. So this is the message that will now be conveyed to the agent. So here now, this is just the preamble of this. So the user input. So whatever message that the user drop, it is going to be here now. So it's now going to be what the agent is going to see. So I click on this dynamic content. So you click on dynamic content here to convey the user input. Then you go down and say regards. What's the name of HR? I'll say HR bots. HR bots. Uh, HR bots. Scudo, because we gave our bot a name, Scudo. So this message is coming from Scudo. Then the last thing is that what value should be returned to our Power Virtual Agent. If you come up here, is the trigger from Power Virtual Agent, the message that will be sent to our agent, and the last thing is what will be returned back to the agent, to the user. After dropping the message, and the message has been taken to the email, it has been sent as an email to the agent. Now, what response are we going to send to our agent? So the response, for this response, we can just delete this response. Okay, let me just do it this way. So a text, I'll say here now, I will say bot response. You see how I'm going to use all this one. So the response that will go back as a chat there is what? Is thank you for. Thank you. I'll just say thank you. The feedback thanks to our to what to one of our agents. Get the response. Get the response from us within the response from us in the next 24 hours. Yes. Now, with what? We've perfected our Power Automate. Now let me we need to rename this this automate. This our our flow. It's going to call it unresolved inputs. That's how I call it. Unresolved input. Then I have to go ahead and save the flow. Can we see now? So we are seeing the different ways by which we can integrate Power Automate into our Power Virtual agent. Now, I'll come back to my flow now. My what's it called? My bots now, and say, okay, here now is going to once say, please drop your message here. So I need the message. So the message is going to be user input. So I will ask a question, but this time around is going to be, instead of using multiple choice question and dropping the option, no, this is not what we want. We just want to get the user input. Just the user input is what we want. So we are going to use another entity which is called users entire response. Can you see this? Users entire response. I'll tick this now. So you just want the user entire response. In fact, I don't think I need this this particular one. This one, I can copy this message, then drop it here. Then what am I having here? Okay, delete this. So the same response is there now. So please drop your message. So now our bot is just taking what? The user's entire response. So the variable is called variable 1. So I can rename this and call it. Don't forget, in my bot. So this response now is what we go into my bot. We come here, and this same response is what we do in the email that we sent to the agent. So I'll just come here and call it this variable now. I will rename this variable from variable 1 and call it what? User input. Just like what I call it in my Power Automate. User inputs. User input. So this has changed to user input. Now, so this input is what will now trigger my Power Automate. Now, the last thing that we need to do is now is the response that is now coming back from the automate now, which is the bot response. That thank you, that's the feedback. Thank you. Your feedback has been sent to one of our agents. You will get a response from the users from us within the next 24 hours. Let me just within the next 24 hours. Go ahead, save this. Then I'll come in and say, okay. So here you drop your message. So the next thing is to now call the action that we call the Power Virtual Agent, because you've dropped your message now. So we call an action to call the Power Virtual Agent. The Power Virtual Agent. And what's the name of our flow? The flow is called unresolved input. So let me call here and search unresolved input. So that's the flow I will call now. So this flow, it needs an input, because that's the input from here. We need to add an input. So let's add the input. It's asking for the input. You enter or select a value. So the drop down here is the user input. That's the variable. Can you see this now? this variable is coming from up here. This what we have here. That's user's response. That's what it will take and call the action. Then the response is going to be what's coming back from Power Automate is now the bot response. Now let's save this to see what will happen. Let's save this and test this and see how it works. It's saving my topic now.
Hello, so this.
Hi.
Okay, so while you're waiting, before you test,
Alright.
I'm not sure if you mentioned this, where if you're using this on Teams,
Okay.
can you capture the name of the person? You know, can the
Exactly.
virtual agent, or how do you capture the name of the
Yes,
person?
you can
I didn't
actually
get it.
yes. All right. So don't worry. Before we round up today, I will show you. I will quickly show you how
Okay.
Teams will easily pick the person's name. Yes. Now
Okay.
from here now. So okay, let me just quickly use that as an example. So for Teams, if it were to be Teams, so all the variable when you are picking a variable, okay, let me see if I can call it here now. For Teams, if I'm picking, don't forget this icon is where what you use to insert a variable. So if you are deploying to Teams or you are building directly from Teams, so once you click this variable, you automatically have some default variable will be there, which will be the username, or the user ID. So that username is what is the user's display name on Teams. So you can easily call that. So you don't need to build it from since it is Teams that you are deploying to, that variable will always be available to you. But we're going to show that. Now let me see. Then if I say leave, I'll say okay, confirm failure or so, Abby. Right. So can you see? To clarify, did you mean yes? I mean leave. Yes, let's go. Annual leave. Yes, that's answer. She's now asking, does this answer my question? No, it doesn't answer my question. Now, would you like to send a message to our agent? Yes. So please drop a message expecting my response. My message is testing failure. Testing failure. That's my message. So with this now, you take this message and use Power Automate, send it to the agent. Right? Once you send it to the agent, then okay, I didn't finish with this. Yes. One last thing is I'm supposed to get a response. So here now on this node, I'll say show a message, and that message is the variable, which is the response that is coming from Power Automate. Can you see now? This variable bot response is all I want. Then that is all. Then I can now what? Save this. So once you send the word testing failure, then you are supposed to get a response from your bot. You see, saving the topic. Okay, let me quickly test this. Hi, testing my bot. Leave, annual leave. Yeah, did I answer my question? No. Yes, I would like to send a message. Okay. But that's the message I want to send. Now, can you see the response I'm now getting now? Automatically, I get this response. Then I'm done with this. So from the back end, a mail will be sent to the agent. Let me check my inbox. Okay. Yes, let me check my inbox. Now, let's assume we are now done building our bot. So the last thing that we need to do is to deploy this to publish our bot. So what we are doing since is just on the back end. So we need to publish our bot. Once my mail come up, it will show us the mail that I got from the bot. Now, we go to the publish tab here. Under your tab, you have the publish. Now, I want to publish my bot. So I will click on publish. I will click on publish. Now, can you see your latest content has been published? This will become available to your users in about a minute. So if I want people to test my bots now, share your bot. So here now I have a demo website here. Once I click on this demo website, so this link here is what this link here on my browser is what I will always share. If I want anybody to access my bot, this is a link I will always send out to them. That's the link I will always send out to them. Yeah, now. Hello. I see now. So you can go ahead and test your bot from here now. So this link is what you share. Now we have published the bots. We have published the bot. So we have published it, and you can publish to different channels, Now, if you want to go to a channel where you want to publish it, what I just did was to publish on the demo website. So I can go to channel here. Okay, not this. So these are different channels that I have. You can publish to teams, publish to demo website, custom website. You can even add it to your already existing website. You can add it to your website, to Telegram group. You can see different ways whereby you can publish your bot. Now, one thing that you need to know is that when you're publishing your bot to Teams, when I click Teams now, so and I turn on Teams, this bot will automatically go to my I have to do some customization, then it will go. So the name as well as availability. Can you see now the name? If I want to change the icon, that is when the bot is chatting with somebody. What image do I want? What image do I want the bot to have? Currently, this is just the default image. So I can change the image. So here I can edit everything. Change the color, change the icon, and so on like that, and save. Now, so if you are building from the interface, yes, availability option, I can go ahead, the availability option now. So do I want to copy the link and send to people, or share it on Teams App Store? So if I'm sharing, show to my teammate and share to user, show to my entire organization. If I pick any of them, let me see this now. I'm sharing to people now. So I'm sharing to specific people here. I can put their email address and share it with them. Or let me come back to Teams. Okay. So these are availability options. So if I'm sharing to everyone in my organization now, if I'm sharing to everyone in my organization, it simply means I have to submit this bot for approval. So if you need an approval before it can be adopted all over your organization, which simply means you need what's it called, a global admin access on your own tenants. You need a global admin access on your tenant to be able to share it throughout your organization. So once I do this now, I have to this app now will be submitted for an approval. Once I submit it, then anybody with the admin approval can go to our app store and check the bot, then approve it or reject. Once it has been approved, then it will automatically be available to anybody in our organization, and they can use the ask question on it. Do you understand now? So this needs to be submitted for approval. But if you actually start building your bot from Teams, then you don't need that approval. You don't need the approval. Okay, now we've deployed to bots, to Teams. Let me see. Make available on Teams. Okay. Now there's another thing that you can do is that you come to the manage here. Yes, come to security. Yes. So if you want this bot to only be available on Teams, so you come to authentication here now. Currently, there's no authentication for this bot. So now we have other options too on Teams, manual. So you need like this. You want people to have an authentication so that they will be able to, the bot will be able to at least get some information about them. So is it on Teams? When you put on Teams, so the bot will be able to see user ID and user display name. This will be automatically be available for them. Now let me show you what I mean. When I tick this now and click on save, it simply means once I'm saving this configuration, anybody with the initial link I shared will not be able to access the bot again because I've limited it to Teams alone. I click on save now. I click on save. Yes, it is saving. Yes, this is saved already. When I come back to my bots, I pick, let me go to greetings now. Oh, our time is fast spent. Now on the greetings, here, when I click here, the variable, when you click on this variable now, can you see by default, it can what automatically pick these variables are available, the user display name and the bot or the user ID. So when I click hi, that is from the greetings now, I want my bot to be able to call those people's name, any user from my organization. So I'll just click on the variable and click on user display name and save it. So anybody from my organization that is using this thing, once they say hello, it will automatically what pick their name and say hi Sadiq, hi Larry, hi Sandra. It will automatically what pick their name. So with that, it will be more relatable to the bot. The bot will be more relatable. But anybody with this link will not be able to access my bot again. And I refresh this now. Let's see. So let me quickly, before I round up, let me quickly show you how you can start building your bot from the same way, just the same way. So on this is my Teams channel now. You can see on my okay. Can you see okay the mail that we sent out earlier on from the bot, unresolved FAQ. Can you see now? Dear agent, the following issues could not be resolved by the HR, but kindly look into it. Now the question is what testing bot. Then this, then you can also what respond to it and do. And so on Teams now, let me quickly show you something on Teams. Like I said last week, these three ellipses, when you click on these three ellipses, search for Power Virtual Agent. Power Virtual Agent. This is my Power Virtual Agent. It's loading now. So I can just click on create a bot. So start now to start creating a bot. To start creating a bot, I'm starting now. Now it's asking me where do I want my bot. So for anyone that want to create, start from Teams. So it's asking which of these Teams channel do I want my bot to reside? Where do I want it to be? So I will just first thing is I need to pick a channel for it. Power. So let me pick a channel. You pick any channel, Power Platform Series channel. This is channel so that I cannot go ahead and say continue. That is, after building my bot will be available in that channel. So anybody that has access to that channel will be able to interact with my bot. They'll be able to interact with my bot. Then I can go ahead to build my bot on Teams. The same way I build it on Power Virtual Agent Studio. So I can build it on Teams as well. Then everything works. So with the additional feature of you can easily call username. So the bot will be more relatable. Yes. So thank you. We've come to the end. So as this loads, so we've come to the end of today's session and Power Virtual Agent session in general. So I hope with these few skills you've been able to learn from this session, you should be able to build your own intelligent chatbot from beginning to the end, from start to finish, and deploy it for people to use. So please, if you have any question, you can go ahead and ask me your question. Go ahead and ask the question. Please confirm that you can hear me.
Hi, Sadiq.
Hello. So can you see
Yes,
now? I can start creating my chatbot, give it a name and so on. That's just like we did earlier on. Okay,
can
please
you
go
hear me,
ahead with your
please?
question, Sandra. Yes, I can hear you, Sandra.
Yes, my question is, can you create more than one system for back topic? or you are
Yes.
limited to just one?
No, you can create more than you can see I created different topics there. Just put it on the options there. Then you reroute it to any of the topic that you have there.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. All right. Any other question? After today, I want to be hearing I want to be seeing your demo bot. Any demo bot you could let's see what you can come up with. You can see very easy. Any other question? Any other question? Let me see our faces. Let me see our faces. All right, so I will take your silence for no. And for any question that you have in mind now or anyone that is coming later, you can always reach out or just send a mail to Musin. It will definitely get to me. So thank you very much for attending today's session. Thank you. You can see I'm in the car. I've been on the road since morning. So thank you very much, everybody, for attending today's session. It's actually nice having you on the call, and I hope and I wish we have many more sessions of this so that we can enlighten ourselves, learn a lot about Power Platform, a lot of things that you can do with Power Platform. Thank you very, very much, everybody.
Thank
Today's
you,
Saturday,
Sadiq.
right? Is
Thank
it
you,
like,
Sadiq.
thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you, thank you, thank you,
Bye.
everybody.
Sadiq,
So
this your
bye.
smile is special.
Yes, it is. My smile is special. Do you want to know the reason why my smile is special this evening? Do you want to know?